I'm David, a graduated art and design student, and today we are going to be testing my skill to see if we can make something incredible using the world's thinnest pen. Now, stay till the end for the final result because you won't believe this. At first touch, this pen almost feels unreal. Every line is so delicate, almost like it's whispering onto the page.
Wow.
I'm starting off simple, little marks, tiny strokes, just seeing how much control I really have. Another thing I have to mention, guys, the ink flow is razor sharp. There's nowhere to hide mistakes and every move matters, as you can see. I push a little further, experimenting with some curves, tiny textures and shadows. Just seeing how much detail I can really fit in the smallest space possible, and just getting the feel for its limits and strengths. And of course, I had to try something a little bit more daring towards the end here. I sketch out a small skull, and honestly, like I said, the detail you're able to capture with this pen is mind-blowing. However, it is super difficult to colour in fully black spots in any drawing, so that's something I have to mention as well. And I'm not too sure how we're going to fix this issue later down the line. This is just the beginning. Let's see what this pen can really do. Now we are finally back from having a little go and experimentation using the ultra thin pen we found online. A little heads up, the pen is extremely fragile. Even doing some of the sketches I have done so far, although they haven't been too extensive, it's been extremely hard to literally not have the pen fall apart. I've tried my absolute best to be delicate with it. It's still in one piece for now. We'll see how it is later down the video. However, I am feeling quite confident. Here with the skull, I was able to do so much more in terms of the actual cross hatching. However, it is a very small piece. So, moving on, we are going to be trying something a little bit more difficult. So, having a look, moving on from some of the skull ideas I had, a bigger skull. We'll see how that goes. Hopefully what I'm aiming for to do is to just expand on the sketch, add a lot more cross hatching and give it a lot more tone and contrast. I will say I am quite worried for this piece just because it's much larger. Later in the video we're going to go even bigger using such a small pen, so stay till the end and watch the video for our final result. Now moving on, let's see how this turns out. So, after testing the limits, I knew I couldn't just stop there with a few lines and textures, so that tiny skull sketch from earlier, that was just a spark that has led me into diving in to a full piece, way more complex, way more ambitious, still with the world's thinnest pen. Every single line matters here, guys. There's no undo, no second chances, which is what I've learned so far. Just slow, steady marks stacking up to build something incredible. What you're looking at is hours of layering, balancing light and shadow, shaping form out of nothing but ink and pressure. Even the chain itself that is wrapping around the skull, those were so tricky, like to encompass that tension, that weight with a pen this thin. It's literally, I would describe it as threading detail through a needle's eye. And it's wild how far you can push it. I'm using the same tool like that I've just used a second ago for the experiment, but it's like it's telling a completely different story now. With its difficulty, with its detail, this piece has taken me so incredibly long. But I feel like there's something satisfying about this kind of drawing. I don't know, whether it's the patience, the rhythm, the way it forces you to slow down and lock into every moment. And honestly, that's the beauty of this pen. It's not just about how thin it is, It's about how precise you can be when you're working with something this unforgiving, and what result you're able to accomplish when you really push yourself with a pen this thin. The closer you look, the more it gives back. That's all I can say. Stick around, we're not done yet. Oh my god, finally we are done. Finally. Now I love the result. I think that the thinness of the pen perfectly blended in with the aesthetics of the skull itself. I don't think I could have done any better job at that. Bearing in mind it took me so long to fill in those pitch black areas. I think that's the best I could have done. But moving forward, to challenge ourselves even further and see how far we can push myself and the pen, which is, oh, what? I lost it. Wait, one sec. Ah, there we go, the pen. So, to see how far we can push this pen and myself, we are going to be making one of my favorite superheroes of all time. No one else other than Batman. I've pre-prepared the sketch, everything is ready to go. It's from one of my favorite comic book pages. So, we are going to be actually attempting to make this, which is an even bigger sheet than we did before, which was A4. This is closer to A3. So let's see how we do, and without further ado, let's begin. But first, I'm gonna have to go to sleep because it's really late and my lamp is the only thing keeping this room alight, so good night. Right, we are back and we are ready to go to work. So what we're gonna do is literally just start. So wish me luck. Alright, so after countless experiments and a lot of squinting and a few mild existential crises, we've made it to the final boss, drawing Batman. And this time it's serious. I wanted to create something truly epic, something that would push me and this microscopic pen to the absolute limit. And what better subject than the Dark Knight himself? Now here's the thing you notice when you're working with a pen this thin. Black areas become your worst nightmare, just like I anticipated from the experiment we had before. Every part of Batman's cape, the shadows on his muscles, and even the base he's standing on, all of it pitch black. And because the pen is so insanely thin, what should have taken a few minutes took hours upon hours and hours, just filling in black. And just when I thought I was almost done, surprise! The pen starts running out halfway through, slowly and painfully, like it knew it was a part of a drama. Every line became a gamble. Will the ink run out, or will this be the line that finally ends me? It's definitely made the last stretch of the piece way more stressful. But honestly, despite all that, I'm beyond happy with how it turned out in the end. The thinness of the pen did allow for insane details. I really love the textures within the pitch black areas because they're not as black, and although I would probably like them to be so that we could get more contrast, I'm still happy the way it looks. Also, I'm just very happy from the muscle definition we were able to accomplish. Every tiny line added to the overall intensity and the tough look that Batman deserves. It's crazy, even though it feels like I'm battling the pen half the time, it also forced me to slow down, to be intentional with every stroke, and in the end, I think that's what gave the piece so much character. Or maybe perhaps Batman just looks cooler when you're losing your mind drawing him. Either way, mission accomplished. I'm just going to let this play out till the end, so I'll see you soon. We are just about completed with everything, with the whole Batman, but I'm really sorry to disappoint, but I think this is as far as I'm going to take the challenge. I gave it my absolute best shot. I've worked my way up, and I feel like I've gotten to where I want to go. It would be so incredibly difficult to colour in this arm completely black just using the pen from my experience, because even these spots have just taken me hours upon hours of work, and it just compiles up. The cape as well is just fully black. I mean, you can kind of see just how much work and how much effort I've put in. I even forgot to do the Batman symbol in fully black. So that's it for me. I'll be back with you with the final result. I'm just going to use regular pens now, finally. And we're just going to colour in the rest of the arm and the cape, and that'll be it. So. Thanks for coming along this crazy journey with me. If you enjoyed watching me slowly lose my sanity and somehow create a Batman I'm actually proud of, make sure to like, subscribe and stick around, because who knows what impossible art challenge I'm going to dive into next.